Hello, so welcome episode 2 of Torchlight 2 with me, Sheppo, and Chester the pit bulldog there. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with this game, this is essentially kind of a hack and slash Diablo style game. As you can probably tell, the graphics aesthetic is a little bit more kind of like WoW, a bit more stylized, cartoony style. I kind of like it, it's pretty cool. Gives it kind of like a not quite as darker feel to the game as you get in the Diablo series, but still a pretty awesome game.
I think this is as far as I can go. You should carry on to the Asterian Enclave, but you're on your own. Warn them that the alchemist destroyed Torchlight and has headed their way. He may be there already.
So we're going to head off to the Asterian Enclave, and we're after this alchemist dude.
You have a new quest.
And we've got a quest there. Now with this game, similar to the kind of things that Diablo 3 and Path of Exile have been doing, this game is mainly randomly generated. Obviously there's a kind of quest system in the background which is going to see us essentially doing the same quests each time we play it through, but the levels and dungeons that we see and some of the quests that we pick up as well are all randomized. The first game didn't do a brilliant job, if I'm being completely honest. It was random, but I don't think there was enough kind of tile sets in the dungeon, so a lot of them felt and looked kind of like exactly the same, very similar. And there were no outdoor sections, so what this game's hoping to do with the second in the series is kind of keep things spiced up and new. There's lots of outdoor sections now, as you can see, as we're outside. But we'll see how it goes on. I'm not too sure. I've played a little bit of the game. I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to stick to its promises in that regard. We're just going to go through, clear out this starting area.
You have gained
Dinged already. So I'll cover some more of the kind of mechanics a little bit when we get to the end of this section, just so you can kind of understand a little bit about like skills and whatnot. That's pretty fucking awesome there, if I do say so myself. Boom.
state your business.
Okay, so we're going to get a couple of items here. We're going to either a savage broadsword, a skillful great club, or a varmint cinct, which is for our pet. It's a pet colour. Physical armour, hit chance, interrupt chance. Well, I think we'll probably go for very slow attacks. So I prefer, as you're going to see as I play more of this game, I much prefer fast attacking items than slow. Always have. And always have with WoW as well. Not necessarily always for the better, but that's just my play style. For those of you that are subscribed to me and have been for a while, then you're probably wondering what the hell I've been up to with my YouTube channel of late. After the start of Cataclysm, about a month in, I haven't really done much this past month, to be honest with you. And the reason for that is a pretty good reason, I think. I've discovered the outside world. Apparently there's all kinds of wondrous things out there, like women, or in my case a specific woman. So that's mainly the reason why I've discovered the outside world. I've dinged up my social life, and I've actually quit WoW. So for those of you that are following me for WoW content, how to hunter guides, or the Iron Man WoW challenge, I will not be continuing any of those, so that may make you feel like you want to unsubscribe from my channel. That's entirely fair enough. I've just been playing WoW now. It's the 8-year anniversary. I've been playing it on and off, mainly on for those 8 years, and I just felt it was time I moved on and started to do something else, focus on career maybe. Sounds a bit boring, but there you go, that's just how it works out. This little area we've got here. Interesting. There was a frog there. It seems to have run away. But kind of annoying timing, I guess, because oh, we've got a boss here, a dead boss, and we have a golden eye or whatever that is. Kind of annoying timing because I've recently just gotten partnership on YouTube, and I feel like I should really continue on with that. Can't just let it just go to waste after working for it for so long. So we're just going to continue on through this. So we should have a golden chest around us somewhere. There we go, over there. We've also had kind of things going on with work as well, which is not too great news. So I don't really want to talk too much about that, but we've got the prospects of redundancy going on in the background, which isn't so it's not brilliant. It's not really what I want at Christmas time, so I'm trying not to focus on that too much, trying to stay positive. That's just the way this shit goes sometimes, is, you know, you work hard, and sometimes business just needs to cut the bottom dollar. That's fine. Anyway, like I say, I'm not going to talk too much about that. It's kind of depressing. Right, so we're here at the end of this first zone. Let's talk a little bit about stats, and we've dinged up there, and let's talk about that, I guess. So we have under our character panel, we have these. What do they call them? We have, well, these are just our skills, I guess. They're skill points, or stat points, or other stats. We have strength, dexterity, focus, and vitality. Strength is going to increase our weapon damage as well as the amount of bonus damage done when performing critical strikes. And we can see we've got the additional stats at the bottom there. Critical damage is an additional 6%. Under dexterity, that increases the chance to perform critical strikes and dodge enemy attacks. Dexterity also increases fumble recovery, which is a nice little mechanic I've not seen in other games. Maybe it exists, I'm not sure. But fumble recovery reduces the damage penalty if an attack is fumbled, which I guess is kind of like a miss, maybe? I don't know. Focus increases mana and all elemental damage. Focus also increases the chance to execute, which is kind of like if you've got two weapons of the same type, like two daggers, you can actually hit with them both at the same time. And that's going to perform what they call an execute move. With vitality, it increases our health, obviously, and armor, and the chance to block with shields. Now, we don't have shields at the minute, but we can use them. So what we're going to focus on is we're just going to put 2 points into each of these to start with, and I'm probably going to put 2 into dexterity for the dodge, because we're a melee class. We're going to be taking a bit of melee damage. We've also over here got skills. Got 2 skill points, and we have various different types of skills. We've got, these are called blitz skills, which I believe affect our secondary ability here. And the only one we can use at the minute is our flame hammer, which you've seen me using already. It's a powerful alternate attack for our main hand weapon, and if we kind of come out of that, we've got this charge bar here, which fills up when we hit with our normal attacks. As it says here, the engineer gains charges by damaging enemies up to a maximum of 5 charges. So we don't get one of these charges every time we hit, but it kind of fills up slowly. If charges are available, certain skills like flame hammer will consume a charge to significantly increase power. Some skills consume all available charges, while others help to gain charges more rapidly. Charge will decay over time. So flame hammer is going to essentially, it's going to do like an AoE kind of attack. And we also have these tiers on these abilities. We've got 3 tiers, and they're going to fill up over time. And that's as you can see there, when we fill up the first tier, it creates 5 flaming splinters travelling 8 meters, and the subsequent tiers are going to do more splinters, and they're going to travel further. So each of these abilities has a tier unlocks and whatnot, so that's quite good. We've also got construction skills, so we've got like a healing bot here, we've got a blast cannon or spider mines, and we've also got AG skills which are more magical based. We've also got passive skills for each of those at the bottom. So under Blitz we've got heavy lifting. Your skill with giant weaponry allows you to attack faster and adds charge to your adds a chance to stun your foes. That's kind of quite nice. So I think at the minute I'm not too bothered about my charge because my flame hammer, because it's pretty powerful already. So, and it takes a few points to get that first tier unlocked. So I think we're going to go with heavy lifting for the first few levels, and I think next we get bulwark unlocked, which is kind of quite cool as well. So as well as that, well, you'll notice Chester here has been running around doing his thing. He's quite useful actually. He's quite good at attacking, and he's also really good at going back to town and selling stuff that we've got in our inventory. So, for example, we have these items here that we don't really care about because they're no better than what we're already using. So we can put those in the pet inventory, and that's gonna, when we want to, we can send him back to town and he will sell those for us. So that's kind of quite nice. We've also got these specs here, which are essentially gems. We can socket certain items with a gem and it's going to give us additional attributes. So these, obviously the first ones we get aren't particularly great, but whack those in there. And then we can send our pet off to town at certain points, and he can, we have to discover the town first obviously, but then he can sell those for us, and obviously whilst he's in town he can't assist us in attacking. That's kind of the trade-off you get from not having to go back to town yourself. Okay, so here's the first kind of little waypoint town.
You just get here?
What not? Yes, I
Glad
did.
you made it.
Yes,
What's your business here?
Oh, shut it.
I thank you for your warning, but it has arrived too late. This alchemist has already come and gone, and it was all I could do to prevent him from entering the Enclave. As it was, many Estherians were injured, and since the confrontation, several more have become ill. We are not sure what is causing it. After his assault failed here, the alchemist carried on southward toward the temple steps. Commander Vale and her vanquishers arrived a short while later and pursued him, hoping to prevent further damage.
Okay, that's the first quest completed and handed in. So we're going to get some gold rather than some XP, and we get to pick from 3 weapons, and we've got a shield there as well. I'm not really sure how useful shields are at the minute, so we're just going to go for weapons. It requires a level 3. It's got a gem slot in it, so let's just go for that.
Commander Vale believes that the alchemist might attack the Wellspring Temple in an attempt to reach the Guardian of Water. For what nefarious purpose, I am afraid to speculate. There has been no word from either Vale or the Guardian. Scout the Wellspring Temple and determine if the Guardian of Water is in any danger.
Okay, another quest. This is our main story quest. We'll also get some side quests a little bit later on. They're kind of randomised, and so we've got a thing here with a spec in it, or spec slot. So let's just whack one of these in. I don't really care. We'll go for fire damage, seeing as we're just doing fire damage with flame hammer. And at that point, I think we'll leave the game. Join me next time. We're going to continue through our quest, protect the Guardian. We've got another quest here to pick up as well on our map. And yeah, as usual, if you've got any comments or feedback, leave them in the comment section below. And you know, thumbs up, that kind of stuff. It's always nice, but no pressure. I'll see you next time.